Hey there, so today we have another beer talk, and this is about an update to BJCP. So what is BJCP? They're a beer judging certification program, and they are necessary. I highly recommend that you go check it out. It was essential for me to take Certified Cicerone with the BJCP style guidelines, and I highly recommend that you get that. Get the app on your phone, and anytime you have a style, look it up, learn something about that style because it's really helpful. So BJCP styles, there's a guideline, and there's a bunch of styles on there, and then now they're trying to stay relevant. So earlier this year, they posted in February a provisional draft to some updates that they can add to the guideline. It's actually not actually part of the official BJCP styles guideline, but these are drafts and you can actually use them for competitions. They add 4 styles, but clearly the most relevant one was New England IPA. And I recently did a video about the history of New England IPA, and I didn't actually know that this draft was added. So it's actually really cool to see what I said about the style and then see what they say about the style. So you can go check out the draft, and pretty much it's very useful. If you want to learn more about New England style IPA, you can see what they say about appearance, aroma, the flavor of the beer. Not that it is very concrete what New England style IPA is, but it sort of gives you a clue about what they think New England style IPA is, and it's pretty good guideline for that. And one of the cool things they talk about is what is the history of New England style IPA. So they do say that Heady Topper was quote unquote the original New England style IPA, but thankfully they do put in that beer inspired a lot of other beers in the early 2010s to interpret that style. So that's pretty much what I agree with. Heady Topper is the proto New England style IPA. It did a lot of flavor profile things and some techniques that New England IPA now has adopted to create what we think of New England style IPA now as. So it has some commercial examples on there. So there's a bunch of the classics: Hill Farmstead Susan, Trillium Congress Street, Treehouse Julius. And then there's also an interesting one, which is Other Half Green Diamonds, which early batches of I would never have considered to be a New England style IPA, even though it has a little bit of that going on. I haven't had a recent batch, but that's an interesting choice. You can actually go on Untappd and go look it up, and you can see some pictures of the beer. It's actually pretty dark and not that hazy. So I personally do think there are some better choices if you want to showcase Other Half as a New England style IPA brewery. But really cool. Go check it out. Go read it. Just gloss over it, sort of get your take on what you think BJCP has done about New England style IPA. Check it out. Until next time, guys. Cheers. Later.